Hi everyone! So today I decided to do a gift guide for you. I think last year I've done a minimal one, so you could have a look at that and I'll try to link it down in the description. There's also quite a few from the previous years which I will also link because they are more the type of a gift guide where I'm actually showing you the watercolor palettes, the books and everything that you can sort of see me holding. I'm not going to do it this year like that because I haven't bought that many of additional products to kind of to include them in a gift guide. I do have a book, one book which I will show you at the end, and that is because obviously I bought it this year, so it's new and I think it's really gorgeous and it should be included in a gift guide. So that's one physical item that I will show you. Everything else I will try to somehow insert images and see how I get on, because that's something that I haven't tried before. So yeah, this gift guide will be based on Jackson's art, and they actually have on their website a gift section. So throughout the year, if you ever want to gift yourself or gift anyone else, you can just browse that section. So I'm going to go through that guide and select things that I think are a great gift idea, and that's something, if someone gifted me those items, I'd be a happy bunny. So let's do that. So I've got a list. We'll start with watercolors and then we will move on to water-soluble art supplies, and then pencils and special gifts. So I will try to select just kind of very few products. I don't want this to be a too long of a gift guide or too overwhelming of a gift guide. So I just selected those few things that I think are great. So first of all, Schmincke has come out with a limited watercolor palette, which houses 20 of their best-selling colors, and it's actually a collab with Jackson's. So it's it has a Jackson's Raven brush included in that set. It's an interesting thing, and if you especially are new to watercolor, I think this would be a great palette to have, because those are the best or the most liked watercolors that are bought by artists. So there must be a reason for it, and therefore they're going to be great for mixing and great for creating different tones, etc. So, you know, that's kind of done for you. You don't need to think about what colors to pick for your first palette. That's, I thought, is a great palette to look into. Not sure if it would be for someone who already has been painting for a while, because at that point you probably have most of the colors anyway. Next Schmincke product that I always kind of wanted to get myself, and then somehow it was out of stock most of the time. It's actually the Schmincke Metal Tin, and it kind of looks like a flask. So it's beautiful to look at. It has beautiful kind of design of the palette lid once you open it. It has that wow factor of that kind of gold little screw top to look like a flask, and then the water container that you unclip and then you can take it on the go. It has 8 half pans in there, but it looks like there is a middle row, and I wonder if you could add another 4 into that middle. Next watercolor paint set that I would recommend is any of the M. Graham watercolors. So they come in a 5 set. It's a cardboard, like a paper type of a box. So it doesn't have a tin or a palette. but it does have 5 colors, and all of those are very, very beautiful. I personally have the Quinacridone set, and I have included it, I think, a couple of times in the previous gift guides. Love the colors there. Quinacridones are always transparent and super, super vibrant, and they tend to be also Lightfasts. So the set that looked quite nice, I think there was like a cityscape, and there's a bunch of different, quite a big variety of different sets. I will try to link all of the M. Graham sets, and then you can just browse through and see what you fancy most. The next set that I also actually considered purchasing is the Sennelier Emma Dibben set. It has 12 colors, and if you're not familiar, Emma is an illustrator, and she has this very quirky, very modern, very contemporary illustration style. I think sometimes she combines mixed media as well in her work, but she has also quite a few just watercolor based illustrations. I think especially her food illustrations, they look gorgeous. They have that specific style to them, and the main thing is the color, the vibrancy of her work. And what I like about this particular set, if you love color, if you love vibrancy, it's fun. It's really fun how she selected those colors. Going down that fun watercolor experience, I think I really, really would enjoy a Kuretake Gansai Tambi set, but I'm talking about the big one. So the one I have is a 36 color, and I love it. I love the green juicy box with the gold kind of writing on there, and it's very different to the colors and the watercolors that we're used to. And so these are, I believe they're the Japanese watercolor that is slightly different the way it is made up. Mainly I'm just going for the appeal of the colors and the appeal of different sort of textures, if you wish, you would get from these colors and color palettes that I'm mentioning. So yeah, coming back to Kuretake, it's a 48 watercolor set, and it's big. It has loads of lovely colors. So I wish when I was getting my 36 palette that I got the 48 instead, because it has 12 more colors and the colors look beautiful. And of course, there's no point for me to buy the 48 if I already have the 36. So yeah, if you are new to Kuretake, check them out. And the 48 is a glorious gift to give, and I think anyone would be very happy to receive that. Moving on to the brushes. So there is a brand that I have been kind of curious about, and I think they look stunning. It's Tintoretto. Yes, Tintoretto brushes, and they're made in Italy, and I think now Jackson's finally is stocking them, so they didn't have them before. But definitely they have them now. Be aware though that they do sell out quite quickly. There's one set that is still available or seems to be in stock at the minute of me filming this video. So this set is designed by Thierry Duval, and it has 4 beautiful brushes. They do look quite nice. They're not your typical kind of brush set. They have some nice different style of brushes and shapes of brushes. So that's worth checking out. And then if you wanted to look at their individual brushes, they also have a lovely mop and liner series brushes. So in fact, I have ordered the liner brush myself, I think the 30. It's still packaged up, it's still in the box. I just received the order yesterday from Jackson's, and yeah, I can't wait to kind of unpack it. It's a Instagram worthy brush. It looks stunning. I don't know how it will be creating with it. It looks great for sort of loose work because it has a very long bristles, and the tip comes to a very fine point, so you probably wouldn't have that much control with it, but it would be probably great for some sort of lighter and flowier sketches and illustrating. So moving on to water-soluble art supplies. So these would be like watercolor products, but in different mediums. I could not include this particular product in this gift guide. So it's the Caran Museum Aquarelle. So they are the watercolor pencils, and in my humble opinion, they're the best watercolor pencils out there because of their color range and because of their pigment and because of their compound. I don't know what they've done with them, but they're the creamiest, the most glorious watercolor pencil I have ever tried. So yeah, they're my favorite, and I think that a little box of them, even 20 pencils, are great gifts. So not necessarily do you always have to buy the biggest set for it to be impressive. In some cases they can be small, but they're very nice. So this set of 20, the one that I have picked is the landscape colors set. There is also, I think, one or two other colors, but these are beautifully earthy, and quite often I found that landscape colors also double beautifully as portrait colors, apart from a few. So if you have some greens, obviously maybe not, even though you can use some greens in tinting the skin tones. But yeah, so either way works really beautifully. And lastly, for water soluble products, oh my gosh, this is an exciting one. So Caran Neocolor II. They are such a fun product. It's like if you take a crayon but make it for adults, the colorway is just, or the color range rather, is just so big. And I didn't realize, but they have this big set which is 84 colors. Oh my god, this is just, I looked at them and I thought, oh my goodness, the colors. I didn't realize how many colors there are in this range, and what a treat if you would get that gift for someone or yourself. I mean, it is a true treat. So when you think about biggest sets of like pencils and things, 72 is pretty much the biggest I can think of. And yeah, I haven't seen anything in the 84 numbers, so it's quite special. And it comes in a beautiful metal tin, and I think there are 4 different layers of these. They keep on going and going. And yeah, I mean, beautiful. What can you say? Okay, let's move on to pencils. Of course, I'm going to mention pencils this year. So a bit of last year and this year, it has been a lot about including pencils in my artwork. And so it's been a very joyful kind of combination, especially watercolor and pencil. So pencil going over dry watercolor. So of course, Caran Luminance. Where could I go without it? They are beautiful, they're gorgeous, and they have some beautiful sets, which actually they have a variety of the 20, 40 and even 76 colored pencils. So whichever you fancy, I think all of them are beautiful. Depending on your budget, you can pick any that you think would be more appropriate. So now let's talk about Derwent pencils. Now they have such a big variety of different types of pencils that I haven't seen across other pencil brands, and so there you have a huge choice to choose from. Pencils that I would recommend, that I enjoy the most, are Derwent drawing pencils. As a comparison, they are, if I mean, they come in a very small color palette. It's only 24 that you can get in that range. Unfortunately, I really hope one day they will just extend the line. But yeah, so first the Derwent drawing pencil was created, and from there they have created the Lightfast pencils, which have a very similar compound but not quite the same in my opinion. Then if you wanted a close comparison, they would be very similar to the Luminance pencils by Caran, but the color range, if I could have the color range of the Luminance pencils in the Derwent drawing pencils, I would pick Derwent drawing pencils over them, because they're still, in my opinion, every single pencil is just like butter. However they have created it, whatever they put into those pencils, it's just unique, very unique, and I wish they had more colors. But the set, the 24 set that's available, it's kind of like nature inspired colors, so landscape colors, but again, they double very nicely as portrait colors. So there's some of my favorite colors that I use for skin and kind of face drawing. So yeah, they're definitely great for both. I have already mentioned their Lightfast pencils, they're great as well. Then what else? The Graphitint, they're quite unique. So if you like graphite with quite a bit of pigment, they almost feel like 50-50 ratio. So they're very, very unique. There's nothing like that out there. They also have a multitude of other colored pencils, styles and varieties. So there is the Color Soft, for instance, and many others. So I'll try to link all of the Derwent pencils for you, and you just can browse and find what sort of works for you best. All right, let's move on to the special gifts. And so what we have here is actually soft pastels. Now, I personally don't work with soft pastels, but I know a lot of people do enjoy working with them. The set that I have, or not the set, but actually the brand that I have heard again and again, and they just look so beautiful, is the Diane Townsend pastels. So they're the artist grade soft pastels, and she has some beautiful sets, actually quite a nice big variety of sets of 24 and 12 colors. They're handmade. They feel so artisan. When you look at them, it's the colors and the way they're made make it feel very, very special. And what a great gift if someone enjoys painting with soft pastels. The color palettes are just the most beautiful thing I have ever come across, and she does a fantastic job. So I'll just show you a few ranges here somewhere in the screen, and they are beautiful. I think the couple that I have picked is the Flash set of 24. It's got beautiful colors, quite literally just delicious to even look at. And so yeah, that would be fantastic for portrait work. Then I have also, I think I have selected a Landscape A. So those have beautiful colors as well. So it's a set of 24. There is also a Landscape B set, which has a more kind of a variety of additional colors. Damp Earth set of 12 is gorgeous. If you like those earthy neutral colors like you know, siennas and ochres, that would be your set. It's gorgeous. For fun, I have selected the fluorescent set of 12 as well. So they're just fluorescent chalks, which are quite unique. I haven't seen chalks in such a beautiful fluorescent array. And besides that, there is just gorgeous many more. There's the grey set, there is the intense primary set, there is the misty mauves set. I mean, just anything. Really beautiful selection. And finally, if you really wanted to get a luxury gift, I'm going to suggest something that I actually have been gifted this year, and it's the Maker's Cabinet beautiful brass iris drawing compass. So it's a statement piece for your desk if you like things to look, you know, designer, and if you want it to be kind of decorating, be part of your decor as well as functionality, it's great. So it kind of opens up and you can create bigger and smaller circles. I have a review video, so if you wanted to just have a closer look before you invest into it, I'll try to link it down below as well. along with the links to the product. But also, if you just wanted to browse the entire of Jackson's website and just find something completely different but still wanted to support this channel, I will leave just a link, an affiliate link for Jackson. So if you click into that, you can purchase or whatever you want, and I would just get a bit of commission from it. Okay, so time for the book. The book that I will recommend is, ta-da! It's The Petal by Adriana Picker. What a gorgeous book to gift. Look at it. It's got pink pages on the sides, and then when you open it up, it's basically about stunning digital botanical art, and it's just stunning, absolutely stunning book. And yeah, so highly recommend. If there was one book I would recommend, it's this one, but otherwise I will also link a separate book gift guide that I did a couple of years ago, and it has a big variety of books. If you wanted to browse that and find something else, you could do that. So thank you for watching. I hope you will have a lovely festive time, and that is it for today. Thanks for watching.